Hi, folks. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. Well, things have been moving real fast today. I hope you all are doing okay. I know that it's been a tragic day in many ways, and we are still dealing with the current administration wanting to keep the American people in suspense. Mr. T gave a press conference today, and I got some clips from it. We'll go over in future broadcasts. But he basically put it out there. They know what's going on with these uh, drones, and what's their purpose for not letting the people know. He said that the military knows and the government won't disclose. Remember, the military, if they're told to keep their mouth shut, they have to keep their mouth shut. But you had official after official say, well, there's no threat. We perceive no threat. So, yeah, well, we perceive one, okay? All right. And we consider it to be a continuation of this illegal psychological warfare operation they've been doing for decades, most intensely through the Obama administration, warming up through the Bush administration. Clinton, Bush 1, Clinton, Bush 2, and then they put on the afterburners with Obama. Got our own kids wanting to cut their privates off. I mean, you can't get any more of a success of if you wanted to have a delusional psyop than that. I mean, what else? Have them jump off cliffs, convince them they can fly. But anyway, so we had another tragic incident at a school, and we've got information coming out about that. We're going to go over. We got looks like a young man hater, but who knows? Who knows? Suspicious accounts. I went on the X account that was supposedly attributed to this young person. I'll go over what I saw, and I got a few clips. They posted a couple of videos, short clips, and I went and grabbed screenshots before it gets taken down. So hey, I try to be on the ball. Hi, Roberto. How you doing, Mike? How you doing, Wayne? Nice to see you. Get my thumbs ups. Y'all think about it. Give me a thumbs up. Helps the video get around. Hi, Benjamin, Lone Wolf, Colette. Nice to see you. Ann, David's here. New Insights here. Robin, Debbie, Sandy. Hi, Angela, Ronald, Melinda. So somebody put out a couple of pages of a what? Manifesto. And for new people to tune in my broadcast, plenty of other creators say it. They got to say stuff minced up, chopped up, so it doesn't get caught by the rhythm. The rhythm is gonna get you. Remember that? And anyway, that's why I talk in puzzles sometimes. But usually it's not hard to put together, like ASS. Ha ha ha. So, anyway, we'll go over some of these so-called posts and manifestos. No evidence that it is a TRANNY, but definitely has a bent towards what Ketanji Brown was doing during her Broadway play. Remember, the Constitution says they have a lifetime appointment upon their good behavior. Now, are we going to have Supreme Court justices? You know, I didn't know she suffered from dwarfism. I am not making fun. But if you watch the videos of her on her Broadway play, which apparently is celebrating alphabet culture, which is highly inappropriate. I mean, that's just got to be the case federally. Any public interactions that are not marked as adult or kept away from young people that focuses on bedroom interests should not be allowed in the government, the schools, or anything like that. It's called Birds and the Bees, okay? Parents can teach it to the children, right? So, but anyway, she's apparently glorifying this anti-man, hooray for women, and alphabet community in a Broadway play. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. And she's just having such a good time. But I looked at her, I said, wait a minute, she's a dwarf. I didn't know that. It's not like they said in Seinfeld. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But this person that went in and ended their own life. I heard 17 at first, now it's 15. 15 years old. The father went and bought her a pew pew, and he's probably going to go to prison. Got to go to prison. So there are some suspicious things about this X account. It was only open. I think one post was from the first post that I saw was opened December 7th. And for all I know, the X account is still up, and it's got a video. A lot of people don't appreciate the meaning of it, but I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'll get into it later in the broadcast. Hi, Justin Bean. Hi, Yvonne. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah. Todd, nice to see you. She may have been one of those transmissions. Miss Bindersue, how you doing? KNS Cleanup, Pappy Two Bears. Yeah, they should be sued for pushing that nonsense. Well, it's the changes that are coming are going to be so sweeping. I mean, we can't fool around with this stuff anymore. They want to blame the GUNs. They're out of their damn minds. So you got one 15-year-old that has been psychologically manipulated up in Wisconsin, and you want to pass sweeping laws on all law-abiding citizens who are normal and not mentally ill. So, speaking of that, James O'Keefe is on the ball. They got a video of a guy that has direct ties to the White House. I got a couple of the posts from X admitting that Joe Biden can't speak a sentence. He's so far gone, and they are collectively afraid. So I put collective fear. They huddle in their terror about what's coming. And it's an admission that they are allowing the most powerful office in the world to be de facto taken over by unelected power brokers, because Biden is non compos mentis. Hi, flannel cheese. How you doing? Marie, nice to see you. So that is a stunning admission. And boy, is he going to eat his words. I also got a clip of Megyn Kelly talking about this George Stephanopoulos crap. You know, ABC, they say paid to $15 million. They made it $16 million for lawyers' fees. I heard that today. So it's $16 million. But we all really know it's Disney, right? Disney owns ABC. Well, guess what? Disney settled yesterday also within a period of 24 hours with the settlement with the Trump lawsuit and this latest one. They're out a lot of money. They settled a case, Disney did, where they were, I guess, skimming wages or I don't know what, they were doing something wrong, but they agreed to pay $200 and I think it was $38 million in wage settlements. however it sliced it, it's right around between Trump and this huge case. Yesterday, Disney lost nearly, you might as well say, it's only like $1 million short of $250 million. How is Disney making it? How is Disney making it? I also saw a video. I'll tell you how they're making it. Black and then Rock is trying to stop the bleeding. I believe they're involved manipulating stock prices. I don't know. I can't prove it. I guarantee you we'll find out though. But we had RFK saying a lot of things go through Black and then Rock, right? That corporation. So we'll see how much of a beating they can keep taking, because George Stephanopoulos isn't the only one that's been talking that smack. Okay? And they crumbled apart. They melted like a snowflake in the Florida sun. And how many others have done exactly what Stephanopoulos has done? And the story is they were getting ready to do depositions. Depositions are when you get yourself in a chair and you're asked questions under oath, and you better tell the truth, you're going to go to jail. Well, and they film it. It's all done. But that's all a process called discovery. Discovery means you can demand emails, letters, videotape, witnesses, and what Megyn Kelly was talking about. They had only produced one page of a discovery, and they cracked when they said, "Wait a minute, we can't give them it." Who knows what they have that they don't want to be shown? Is it video and or audio tape of ABC executives smearing Trump, slandering Trump, Trump supporters, planning? Okay, this was before the election. They pulled this crap. Are they admitting that they realize that they're trying to influence? Put the thumb on the scale, so to speak, with the election, or did they possibly say something they wish would happen to Trump even worse than the name calling and finger pointing? I don't know. It's apparently something they don't want the public to see very, very badly, and everybody else better watch out. Okay. The View, all that stuff, that's the only reason a lot of people watch these programs. Okay? David Pakman, this Cohen kid, and Kirshner, and all these Midas Trash Network. Of course, you've got the endless, perennial Trump haters that are gonna tune in to get their dose of copium in their veins. But you have a lot of people tuning in to get screenshots, screen grabs, to mock them and to catch them putting out falsehoods. Let's see what happens in the future. Right now, Trump is focusing on trying to get to inauguration. He said those drones are flying over Bedminster. He said that's where they're focusing on, around and over Bedminster. Now they've expanded out somewhat, but a lot of that is sightings that we've already been talked about. Sightings at like regular air traffic, planets, clowns going out and flying their own drones, want to make a name for themselves, or get some video clicks. Put their own drone up and go, look what we found. Look at this thing. And his buddies over there making it do loops and circles and Who knows? Oh my gosh, look at that scary drone. What are they doing? So, and they get a lot of clicks on a video. People go crazy. They do dumb stuff for clicks. Look up Johnny Somali if you don't know what I'm talking about. He's, oh boy. But anyway, let me get a sip of my coffee. Wow, went down the wrong pipe. Hi, Justin Beam. How you doing? Colette, nice to see you. Benjamin. Yeah. But anyway, so you got all this stuff going on. I always say never wish your life away. People are going, boy, what a long day at work. And I used to say, oh, don't wish your life away. Try whatever you do, enjoy doing it. You can't know the difference between work and play. That's the way I tried to be all the time. Don't ever want to wish your life away. But man, I'm coming close with this. I'm like, January 20th, please get here. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This is all part of the experience. This is all part of history. This is all something we can learn something new every day. Okay, don't wish it away. Walk through it, absorb it, evaluate it, and keep your head on right. So let me see what I got here. Some of these. Hi, Devin. How you doing? Some of these truths I got, Telegram, X, all kinds of stuff. And stuff about what's happening in Syria. And I had the story about where the CNN group supposedly rescued. Where'd my chats go? Screen went blank. Daggone it. Are you all out there? Why is my screen blank? Oh, there you are. There's everybody. Hi, Phil. How you doing? So anyway, I had this story about and I watched the video, and it looked to me, I said, man, this is some pitiful acting. They saved a prisoner. Now, I wanted to show that I was looking for stories, and I do have a couple. I showed one where they had Christian leaders and Muslim leaders standing on church steps together, taking a photograph. In wartime, there are always, like I said, you see the best of man and you see the worst of man. And so there are going to be instances that are horrible. There are instances that are horrible in every major city in our country every day. So we can't be like, oh God, we got to go over there and fight a war to keep something bad happening, because it's humanity we're dealing with. And bad things happen every day. The thing is to try to get people to not have hardened hearts and to reduce the opportunity and the desire for there to be these kinds of actions. So I had this story that showed, oh, they're saving a prisoner. CNN crew. And he comes out, he's looking up, oh, there's the sun in the sky. I've been in the darkness. And I'm like, what? You ever been locked up in the dark and come out in the bright sun? You don't look up in the sky with wide open eyeballs. You can't, But I said, boy, that looks fake. And I never got to it. I went almost 2 hours last night. But anyway, so now there's clips coming out. Yes, it was fake. Yes, it was staged. This prisoner happens to be a very bad person. Somebody who was abusing people and doing X3 executions and all kinds of bad stuff. But the CNN is being mocked as to how phony it is, kind of like when Cuomo came out of his basement. Oh, I've been locked down in my basement for so long, pretending he was playing along with his CVID business. And everybody knew he was a liar. and fake, but they don't admit it. They keep on pushing it. Jake Tapper praised a fake CNN video where a CNN reporter aided a war criminal on camera. Quote, another just absolutely remarkable report. CNN's Clarissa Ward in Damascus doing vital journalism. Yeah, Jake Crapper. What do you know, Jake? And yeah, I got a clip here too where Trump, since we're talking about this stuff over in the Middle East, Trump's letting them know again during this press conference, if these hostages aren't back home by that date, and he's talking January 20th, all hell is going to break out, is what he said. They're still holding 7 American hostages, and they better treat them like gold, and they better get them back. So anyway, I got on my thumbnail a tiny part of the list of things that are either going to get done right away or high up on the list or should be high up on the list. And one of them is impeach judges. Here we're going through this turmoil. And this Judge Merchan comes out and says that Trump's case in New York with Alvin Bragg, the novel case where they dreamt up something for the first time ever, decided to charge a former president and top candidate for the presidency with a brand new type of charge. That in itself is criminal. Okay, I don't give a damn what anybody says. Dreaming up charges for political purposes. So, yeah. At the bottom, I put prosecute. After they impeach these judges, ones who are involved in this kind of criminal activity, his daughter making millions of dollars off of Trump's bonus, that in itself he should recuse himself. Those kinds of abuses can't go unprosecuted. So we'll see what comes out of that garbage. And it's his own ruling for himself. It's not something that's been taken up to a higher court. So it's going to go up to the appellate court, and we're going to winnow out these judges that have no business being on the bench. Okay, they have to be there, installed to serve a purpose, a puppet, or they got some bribe or some kind of dirt on somebody, who knows what, because they certainly aren't exercising jurisprudence. And I got plenty of stories. I've already told plenty of stories. And Biden just gave clemency to one who made millions of dollars sending young people to juvenile facility that shouldn't have gone. One of them, at least one, lost his life. So, yeah, we got to give the whole judiciary an enema. And that's coming. That's coming. But here's something in New York City. Set to open their first alphabet museum to tell the story of alphabet people. Okay? People who are going against every established religion, all right, in modern civilization. I don't want to know their history, okay? I don't want them around me, okay? Whether I get condemned for saying this or not, I don't care. They're hedonists, okay? They're in direct opposition to the book, the word, okay? And they cultivate, I use that word cultivate instead of GROOM, young people, which is criminal. And they introduce S3 actual considerations into children's minds. Lewd and lascivious conduct. Okay? So, no, I don't care about them. But with taxpayer money, They're going to tell the story. The museum already received over $12.5 million in taxpayer funding. Will it include the stories of terrorists like Audrey Hale, who shot up a Christian school, or the Colorado Springs non-binary pew pew person? That's from Libs of TikTok. Yeah, they're going to tell that. And what's the story on this latest one? We're going to find out. I know you all seen pictures of her taking a selfies of herself, and they say it's a picture of her in the bathroom just before she went on her rampage. Black boots, black slacks, black jacket. How much you want to bet it's got the Dr. Ouchie mask on, huh? Just like the creep that put one in that guy's back in New York. Speaking of which, cat turd, but now Democrats are getting tattoos now glorifying pew pew violence. I guess the pew pew gun control argument is over. And she's got her whole upper arm showing a drawing of the incident where the guy's pointing one right into his back. And it says, delay, deny, depose over the tattoo. Oh, I guess it's okay to have firearms, right? If you're going to go end someone's life that you disagree with or you blame for all your troubles. Then we find out this guy didn't even have a policy with Anthem. Or was an Anthem? No, I forget whatever company it was, he didn't have a policy with them. And had barrels of money. But here we have Democrat Judge Carla Archie sentenced Davion Crawford, who pled guilty to randomly shooting 5 people in North Carolina. Guess how much this wonderful judge gave this person in jail? How much time? No goggling. United Healthcare. Thank you, Wanda and Miss Winsu. Appreciate it. How much time? You go out and just randomly put one in 5 people just because you feel like it. How much time you think that person got in jail? Take a guess. Real quick. I mean, it's just a guess, you know. Judge Carla Archie. And there's a picture of her with her mask on and some kind of sticker. I don't know what it says. Probably some radical crap that they always spew. Wanda says 3 years. Colette says 0. New Insight says 4. Well, let me see. He gets credit for 350 days already served. So that doesn't add anything to his sentence. His sentence is 20 to 36 months in prison. He's already got it almost 12 months. So he could theoretically be out in 8 months. 8 months. Because he's already been just a little bit shy of 12 months in the joint. So there's one that needs to be impeached. Okay, just get out of here. I don't know if there's nothing criminal involved. Go be a defense attorney and lose a bunch of cases as a defense attorney because you're not going to have any like-minded judges when we're finished with you. Yeah, it's a joke. So have you all seen or heard about the Biden video where they discuss his mental acuity, his capabilities? James O'Keefe. Shocking undercover video. Quote, Joe Biden is DEAD, unquote. National Security Advisor inside the White House details that Biden, quote, can't say a sentence. This isn't some gossip person. This is a national security advisor in the White House. I guess he went on a date with somebody and ran his mouth. Henry Appel, Appel, a former spy who currently works at the Intelligence Programs Directorate for the National Security Council, NSC, reveals, quote, we're concerned about Trump coming after us, unquote. And this is where I got the, quote, collective fear. They're all aware of a major national security threat, which is the incapacitation of the sovereign, okay? A rudderless government, if you expect government, the ship of state, to run by a duly elected, competent person. We are a rudderless entity, okay? And the quote says, we're trauma bonded. There were a lot of tears. And he's talking about the election. The election caused a lot of tears. What are they going to do? And it was so important for Trump to get the popular vote. And they're still hammering at, well, it was only 1.5% or 1.7%. But even with that fact that Trump won the popular vote on top of the Electoral College, there are senators putting forth a bill trying to get rid of the Electoral College and go strictly by popular vote. And of course, that doesn't include anything like ID or proof of citizenship. And probably you can do it with a stamp, you know, and they will feel like it's fair when they do it that way. Isn't that great? I got a notification. Oh, I get these stupid notifications, but anyway, let's see. Just in, the Biden-Harris administration issued an $850,000 federal grant to provide training for military families to affirm the gender of their children. Our tax dollars are being spent to cultivate our children rather than GROOM. So they're doing everything. They're doing that kind of garbage, and they've got a huge push to bring in some kind of app. They are put into high gear, bringing in more new neighbors. Don't you know? I get that post. I'll tell you which app it is called. I'm looking at the chats here. Well, like Trump was saying, he said we stymied the cheating. He said we didn't stop it, we stymied it. Hi, Hebrew Hammer, how you doing? Who's running the country? His chief of staff is the, I guess, the next puppet in line. Yeah, Libs TikTok put up CNN is now on video aiding a war criminal, and they detail what he's done. I got a video, Ketanji Brown. Yeah, she I didn't know that she had dwarfism. And Riley Gaines put up the video of her singing and dancing in this Broadway show, and says, "Oh, so now she knows what a woman is." You remember Katanji? I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I don't know what a woman is. Let's see. Ted Cruz even responded to the that sentencing I just told you about, the 20 to 36 months. He just put one word up. He said, "Nuts, crazy." And Libs of TikTok reposted Cruz putting that out. Do something about it, Cruz. Because they put her, Ketanji Brown Jackson should resign her position as a Supreme Court justice to follow her dream of appearing in a career Broadway musicals about female empowerment. You know, once they read this, if this manifesto is real, it talks about eliminating all men, from babies to adults. I don't know what this person was thinking. I don't know. You figure that if they had an X account, they would have other accounts. So, but they only have this, it's like 4 posts on an X account that looks like they didn't start posting till December 7th, about 9 days ago, right? And I'll read them to you. It's creepy, you know. It's like I'm not going to be around for very long and things like that. Here it is. Biden and Harris are trying to cause as much damage as possible before they leave office. Ben Berguam put up breaking footage from Tijuana, Mexico, happening now. A third group of Isle Eagles are being brought by Joe Biden and the Democrats under the CVP-1 app. CVP-1 app. And it shows them all single file by the hundreds. It looks like they're boarding planes, getting on a ramp, the zigzag ramp. Going to fly them straight in. And again, military-age men. I mean, is there some kind of setup coming? I've talked about how few men combat full rattle gear, got, you know, their pew-pews and everything. Hey, a squad, a company, it doesn't take many people to take over territory, overwhelm local police. Here it is. Just in, the Christian school shooter is 15-year-old Natalie Lynn Rupnow, Rupnow, according to multiple reports. Part of the festo was posted by Rupnow. I clicked on that link, and it said, asked me if I wanted to request access or something like that. And I said, "Oh, let me get out of here." I canceled and got out. I didn't want access to it. And, but I was curious to see what would pop up. But anyway, part of the festo was posted by Rupnow prior to the shooting. And it expresses radical feminist ideologies. Every single man must be wiped out. Quote, "From babies to the elderly, only then will women be free to create a new world," unquote. Leftism is, according to Nick Sortor, deadly. And yeah, like Nick Sortor says, starting to think the best way to achieve safety with pew-pews is to disarm liberals. They want red flag laws, which I say red flag laws are nothing but a way to short circuit the innocent to proven guilty dictum that we live by, and seize people's weapons just when someone accuses you. Have you harassed by the police? Have your weapons taken away just by somebody pointing their finger? And if they want to play that game, anybody espousing communist ideology shouldn't be. How about that? Anybody who hollers for gun control, good. We'll start with you. Anybody who thinks that human beings are harming the earth by breathing, okay, we'll put you in a rocket ship to Mars, okay? But anyway, it says, I'm starting to think the best solution to any school pew-pews is to disarm liberals. You never see a conservative or Trump supporter doing that at schools. And it's true. When have you ever seen a conservative? Here is part of the Festo. Whoa. This is by Brained Doubt. Brained Doubt. And I've got to go in and out of my studio so I don't get dropped. I'll read what I can out of this. Women are the only hope for this wretched world. But even women have been brainwashed by what? Wait a minute. Moids. M-O-I-D-S. No, maids. For too long, they internalized the patriarchy and turned on each other, always begging for male approval and validation. Okay, I got to come back to my studio, make sure I'm still with you guys. Hi, Cola, how you doing? Let's see. It's disgusting. I realize the truth. Men are irredeemable. Wait a minute. It's hard to read this. Radfern, Hitler, is effing vindicated now. Huh. That's weird. They can't be reformed or redeemed. They're effing scourge upon the earth. The only solution is total elimination. Eliminate them and every Foid, F-O-I-D, who worships these effing parrot. Well, how they get these different words, they got their own language, but they can't write in cursive, but they got their own language. I don't know what you call it, Google abbreviations or whatever it is. I know LOL, that's about it. But anyway, every single male must be wiped out, from babies to the elderly. Only then can women be free to create a new world. I'll be a pioneer. And these are with small I's. Okay, not capital I's. I-L-L, ill. They don't have basic education. I'll be the first to take the first step. I don't care if they're fathers, brothers, husbands, sons, teachers, police, and especially, oh my word, the big N word, or politicians. I've been craving to KILL them all. Now, what in the world? This is my mission. Only when their parasitic sludge has been expunged from this earth is when then the world will be clean and women can start over. What are you going to do? Women can start over without men. How is that going to work out for you? I guess she is she has to be accepting of the identifying as a woman then, because even the densest rockhead would know you have to have somebody with the proper plumbing to procreate, right? It's the only way. In approximately 10 minutes, Psi should be DEAD. It is strange, but it feels good. So who is SI? Psi. That is the last page of the Festo. And I've got 2 other pages from it I'll get to in a minute. So somebody named SI got it. How many victims were there, excluding the perpetrator? 9? And how many expired? Does anybody know? Last I heard, excluding the perpetrator, including the perpetrator, was a total of 3 expired. 1 did it to themselves, which is the person we're talking about, and 2 were victims. And so that would leave 7 wounded. Is that right? Or have you all got any updates? How many of them are men? New Insight said 5 expired. I heard that was, well, I don't know. Well, they said some of them went to the hospital, were in very bad shape. Some had minor injuries. How many were men? So this is a bigotry. It's a hate crime against a class of people. All right? Just because they're men. Let's see. Before I get to the some more pages of this tranny script, that's what I'm going to call it, tranny script. There's some news on Derek Chauvin. You remember Derek Chauvin, the George Floyd case? The video we saw, when I saw it, I said, oh my God, how could he do that? And then I saw the pictures and video from the other side. It showed that his knee was not on the man's neck, and it was on his back, like his word for word, the instruction manual they learned from. You put your knee on their back. And I heard George Floyd say, I took too many drugs. Well, he's in jail forever, they say. But breaking, Derek Chauvin has been granted permission to examine heart tissue and fluid samples taken from George Floyd's body. Chauvin claimed his attorney failed to seek testing of Floyd's heart tissue samples after a doctor suggested tests would show evidence of a heart condition. These findings can be huge. Well, the guy OD'd, his heart blew up. That it happens all over the country. Whether people get a hot dose with fentanyl or if they've taken too much, they swallow it when they get pulled over. So whose flipping fault is that when they cork off, trying to eat their drugs to hide them? Just looking through the chats here. Holy cow, Jerry, 2 months. That's a long time, buddy. I'm glad you're back. Yeah, that's right, Todd. That they hid the report. Man, he's been poked in jail, if you know what I mean, with a KNIFE, Chauvin, multiple times. Catcherd put this out. Biden had released a statement calling for gun control in response to the pew pew at Madison, Wisconsin, and they show the on the White House letterhead this big pontification. You know, Biden didn't type it out; he can't even speak a sentence. And confiscate everybody's guns. And Catcherd said he didn't say sh about it, about that type of control, for weeks after the CEO got it in the back. Nobody said anything then. They're all praising it. Libs of TikTok said 2 Christian schools targeted within a span of 2 weeks. And they are this one in Madison, Wisconsin, and an active pew pewer in a Christian school in Oroville, California. They target Christians. 2 students. That is the one that said that he felt the Christians were not supportive of the Palestinians. Remember, I showed you that guy. So Catcherd went on to say the same Joe Biden who just pardoned his son for felony gun charges, that Joe Biden, is that the one who wants these types of controls? So everybody got this stuff from about the pew pew person. I forget but there's different names that they use. They said she had a name in school. I'll go over it, but this person on X is named Paglisi the Hater or something like it. I have made contact with the alleged boyfriend of the Wisconsin pew pewer. He has very graciously provided me with the full manifesto, which I verified by having him screen record himself opening it from a direct link that was sent to him by the pew pewer via WhatsApp. Okay, so they're saying that's how they verified it. I told him I would do my best to dispel some misinformation and present things as truthfully as I was given them, and I will hold myself to that. Her boyfriend knew her as Samantha. That's what I was going to say. Her boyfriend knew her as Samantha Rupnow. I already forgot the first name. I read it earlier. She also went by a different name, one which was also feminine, but adopted the name Samantha, quote, and this was the name her boyfriend says she had on her school identification card. Okay, so Samantha Rupnow, according to her. I forgot the name I said earlier. It's not Samantha. Here I will include some screenshots of the manifesto. I am very hesitant to post the whole thing, not because the content is graphic in any way, but I'm worried it will violate the terms of service, and I'm not intending to do that. Okay, so I've got two pages on top of the last page, part of the last page I read to you, where he said SI was not going to be around for long. I'm just looking through the chats real quick. Yeah, George Floyd died of asphyxiation. I think his heart blew up. Okay, once you know, you'll be proven guilty on all charges and wish to be KILL'd in any good way that is not simple and more painful than anything, or at least I would hope on that behalf. Revolution and population in bold letters. Revolution and population. So this person thinking that overpopulated people are destroying the earth, a climate cultist, I don't know. The revolution should be well. The population should be well, but it's not and never will be. I want to change that. But will I truly? I guess that was a little poem of some sort. The population of scum has been worked over the years as it did during the wars and fighting over what should be right and wrong. The sick people will dissolve into dust and be forgotten about. You will ruin the human population and turn into WHOs of filth and beings that shouldn't live. Ors and scum are things I hate the most and will always hate. You have no meaning. You and your parents should be HANGED in front of everybody, is what she says. So apparently she's focusing more on WHOREs, is where she is at first throwing her anger. And then the N word she uses, though, are worse. Once you sleep with one, you are one. I don't care who you think you are or what you've done, quote, good in this world of yours. It will never matter because you always have no thought, no brain to continue with. I hate looking at some people in society and seeing what they are and what they do with their lives. Like, how does one do that? But I know how, out of scum and just pure and entardedness. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be going anywhere except in a spiral of depraved hate. This. I'm glad to be different. Boy, yeah. What have you done with your life, girl? How can a 15-year-old sit there and judge what somebody else has done with their life? But she's different. Where's that at? I got to get back to it. I'm not the same as other people. I know how to be formal. I know how to use my words. Even if I get mad at you, there has always been a reason, whether or not I despise you or just because I can. Some of you guys really do deserve the execution punishment, rather painful or not. You deserve to be DEAD. But yet, doesn't the whole world deserve that? Wow, she wants the whole world out of here. The main target has been anyone with some sort of feeling or being of knowing any action to turn you wrong and left rather than the right and the better. Wow. So somebody put the MK word in there, and then the other part is ultra. This stuff coming up really sounds like it. From a 15-year-old mind, get this part. How can somebody get to this point? Where was I at? No, wait a minute, no. Either way, I will always hate humanity and it will never be overruled. If someday it is so, quote, overruled, and I shall never see that day, and knowing how this world is and how everyone is scum of filth, nobody will ever overrule it. And all everyone will be is some worthless thing. Wow. Everyone. Doesn't sound like she's including her world of women only, because she calls them WHOREs, right? This is a blanket condemnation of humanity. No second chances. No first chance, really. Out of all serious talk, though, how everyone forces either religion or others, or how some people just disobey the right from the wrong and using the wrong for the worse. What I'm simply doing is not wrong one single bit. Oh, okay. But maybe sure to some people due to its harmful studies, according to some people. Whatever that means. Then she goes on to say, the hate I get and the hate you get from me is mutual. You hate me and I will always hate you as well. No matter what you've done to me, but you will always have a little place of hate. I don't care what you think, though, nor would I really ever. I'd rather just be DEAD than sit in a room all day, no matter if it's school, work, or even my own room. Even if I like being alone, I will never like anyone else and ruin my mind. I am part of the real thought and the real revolution. Wow, I'm starting to think. Schizophrenic. Although schizophrenia is more prevalent in males, it does manifest itself in females, and it happens right after puberty. Okay, this sounds to me like somebody that's having delusions of grandeur and obsession. So the next page has got on top of it, war against humanity, underlined. The creation of a disaster, and why is it so unfair? You know, if somebody faked this for clicks, now somebody could fake it if they were part of a distraction psyop, if they were with the government, would know how to fake it. But somebody just trying to do a video or get clicks, this kind of stuff is too in line with a delusional person that's blooming. I'll say blooming into schizophrenia. Hi, Roland. How you doing? See any troll? Where's trolls? Let me see. Who's a troll? I don't see any trolls. Do I have trolls in my chat? I don't see them. Okay, so anyway, the creation of a disaster and why it is so unfair, question mark. Hatred, something everyone has gotten in a sense. Some people think it's pure nothing,
But because of the hate they make, it ends up unaliving them without knowing it. Which go right ahead, I don't mind. But kind of do at the same time. You are just simply nothing but scum to this world, or even think about it. Nobody should want you or your body in any way. I wonder if she was on medication. That's some disjointed syntax there. I don't think it's bad grammar. I hate seeing people on a daily basis. Just being so sensitive gives me one more reason to take off my glasses. I guess that's stand for being ready to fight. Take off your glasses. Is that how you all take that statement? Didn't see pictures of her with glasses. The human scum is color and the way people are raised. I've grown around people who do not care or give one single care in the world and smoke their lungs out with weed or drink as much as they can, like my own father. Oh, daddy issues. Daddy smokes weed like there's no tomorrow and drinks as much as he can. You know, a lot of times people look at their parents and envision their future. You know what I'm saying, folks? Your parents, children, instinctually, in any species, like you'll see a cat teaching a kitten how to do something, or, even bears in the wild. So there's an instinct to emulate or desire to emulate your parents to learn and to survive. So she's looking at her father, I'm supposing, here's supposition, and imagining it as a future and imagining that this is what all men are like. Is this how you procreate and raise a family with somebody who has to smoke pot all day and drink all day? Now, then again, he may not. It could be an exaggeration. But anyway, I've grown to hate people and society. It's truly not my fault, though. It never was. But all of you, oh my goodness, wait a second. All of you and the world have done is to pick and tease me. You've pushed me into a corner with no help whatsoever. Humanity is filth, and I don't like filth, nor do I want to live in it, nor should anyone else. And I know it follows me and how it has followed me, and I will follow everyone because of how the world is runned. R-U-N-N-E-D. Proper is a small thing, but proper grammar would be just R-U-N. I know how the world is run. But she's expressing hopelessness. And there were so many things I wanted to do as a kid, yet I can admit I was afraid of the other kids, and also even with my own parents, but I don't even trust them. And that at that age as well, I didn't, and I never will. My parents are scum. There's nothing that will save them to make me think good of them ever again. There's no period, but then a capital on the ever. Nothing will make her feel safe or good about them, capital letter ever again. I think if there would have been abuse, I saw somebody mention abuse, the S3 actual kind, I think she would have mentioned that by now. But there's other forms, But if if she's spiraling into a schizophrenic episode, where was I at? No, let's see, no family to ever trust and to never trust society. There is two people and only two people I will trust. One partially and one I would never doubt. I can agree that I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but neither did my parents or anyone around me. I have changed and I will not go back to that ever again. I am hardened and I'm different. Go back to that ever again. That's a, let me read that again. I can agree that I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but neither did my parents or anyone around me. I have changed and I will not go back to that ever again. I am hardened and I'm different. The situation and the situation of a lifetime is to get the F out moment and don't come back. I will never go back and nag my way through life. It's not even my fault, though. It's everyone else's. It has to be theirs and not mine. Okay. So she's blameless. She's a victim, directionless, scared of people. It's pure idiotic from people to cause this. Let me repeat that. It's pure idiotic from people to cause this. But it's a good thing that this happens. It always is. And there will always be a reason for this and reasons for other pew-pewings, unless it's some Indian guy who wanted to blow up just for the fun of it, which is what those people do. Okay, so she's talking about Middle Eastern terrorists, but what she's doing is not that. It's just a shooting, okay? I find that a bit funny. Not really funny to the point I'd laugh my ASS off, but still, maybe you get the point here, or maybe you don't, and think I might be crazy. Well, could have had a pen pal or something. Maybe you'll see me as a weirdo, a freak, just as some of you do now, but I'm not. I'm not like the others. I would never want to be like them, with how they think and what they do on a simple day. I hate how the population thinks, grows, and talks, and how they make romance fake. If only some days we could do a public execution that would be gladly needed. There's another paragraph, but I'm just going to say, this is a person who doesn't see any world where there could be a stable relationship with another person. She's viewing, starting with her parents, all as superficial, amoral, filthy people. She goes to school. She sees people. She judges them all to be filthy, amoral in this simple life. They're all fake and can't be trusted. I wouldn't mind throwing some stones at idiots, or even watching from the far back when they get HANGED. Twitter can prove that for fact, or so I think, and I think a lot more than some people think I do, or maybe they don't think what I think because most people can't do what I'm going to do. Death is something most people need to embrace and accept rather than running away from it. So that was the first 2 pages, and earlier I read the last 2 pages where she shifted gears and went to a world without men and having only women save the world. So for what that is worth, and if it's real, she's got parental issues, and she didn't see a future of security. She didn't see a home life with any security. She didn't feel that any of it was worthwhile. Yeah, new insight. That's right. Even if something happened to her, it's no excuse for what she did. Not at all. I'm trying to, if there's schizophrenia is real. It is horrible. And it is something that has grown. There's something wrong. It's not. Even 50 years ago, there was a way, way lower amount of schizophrenics. 100 years ago, very, very seldom did you run across somebody who was a paranoid schizophrenic with delusions of grandeur. And that kind of rationalizing and is taken off quite a bit. And I had I don't know if it's still up there. The man passed away that put the article up, but it was a guy named Paul Mountjoy. He died, I think he died around 2015, probably 10 years ago. He had put up an article about how they discovered that I think it was high doses of, believe it or not, Xanax. Was it Xanax? Reversed the symptoms of schizophrenia. So is there something that causes it to be so prevalent today? This is a person who was not I'm not making excuses. There is no excuse for what she did. But this is the ramblings of a person who's not in control of their thoughts, especially at that young of an age. That's right, New Insight. Maybe she just wanted to end herself and take everybody with her. It'd be interesting to see if what that final paragraph was going to be focused on men as the problem. Anyway, if you wanted to know what was in those Festo, now you've heard it verbatim, word for word. And the pages that are missing may have answers about some sort of abuse. But the father is going to have to, the precedent's been set about letting minor children have access to weapons. I mean, I can't remember the name of the kid, but he's in jail for life, and his parents are in for I don't know, 10 years apiece or something. I don't know if you all know which kid I'm talking about. Both his parents are in jail, and depending on how this kid got the gun. And when I was 15 years old, if I had black combat boots, black slacks, black coat, black shirt, dressed in all black, my mother would ask me what the hell I'm doing. What's the matter with you? And I don't know. Did this person ever do that before? Because I saw the picture in the, I don't know what it is with these characters in bathroom stalls, but that's where she took the final picture, was in a bathroom stall. Wait a second. Oh. And she also had a short video. Now, I'm going to tell you what I found fishy. And I got to be careful describe what I saw. Because I was watching another creator that was going and looking at her ex account. Like I said, there was probably only 4 posts. And they didn't even notice what I saw in about a 8-second clip. Did anybody see those clips? It's a kid. It looks like he's doing target practice. He's standing in front of a blue barrel. And let me see if I can find the still shots of it. I got a clip of Ketanji Brown. Oh, I got a picture of Donald Trump with everybody gathered around him and sitting next to Mike Johnson, and somebody in the background that's interesting is what's his face from West Virginia, Senator what's his face. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of his name. Joe Manchin. Everybody's like, what's he doing there? Oh, it's horrible. I understand what you're saying. I don't I don't wish hatred or anger on any the victims or the perpetrator. 15-year-old Angela, I know what you're saying. It's horrible because it's a torturous situation. If you ever work with somebody that has a true mental illness, being detached from reality is horrible. But anyway, what I saw was this guy having target practice behind a barrel. I'm seeing if anybody else saw about it. Clips on her ex account, Miss Minister. I went to her ex account and I took a copy of the clip I'm talking about. And it was playing, and the creator didn't even comment on it. One of the clips was a meme from December 7th that said something to the effect of, sorry, I can't stay long because in a few minutes from now, I'm going to be DEAD. And then that block of words in the video slid over, and you saw a clip of a person wearing a black helmet with a mask and black glasses on and a long black overcoat, walking up and down, looked like a school hallway with a sword. and some kind of music playing. I didn't clip that because I got some still shots of that. And I don't know if that was some school video from my prior event that she had gotten. And the video I'm talking about was playing while this person was doing a video talking about her. So I said, well, let me go see about it. So I got it. I looked at it. I said, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. So I went ahead and copied it on my X recorder. And what it is a kid target practicing behind a blue barrel. And he's got a blue barrel over to his left. And after he finishes taking a few shots at a target, apparently, he looks over and a man comes into the picture from the left. And then there's a jump, a couple of frames removed, the kid's laying on the ground behind the barrel. And you can see fluid coming from out of his head all over the ground. And the guy walks away. And that's it. The clip's over. And so I put in the comments, I said, don't you see this kid just committed you-know-what-aside? Because apparently he put it in the mouth and then up through the top, right? And fell over. I'm sorry I'm being graphic, but that's one of the only, I think she only had two short videos. So I said, well, let me go see what other people are saying about that video. Because I had gotten to that X count so fast, there weren't very many comments. But by the time I got back to it, there were like 100 comments. Now I'm sure there's thousands of comments under that video. And the comments were saying stuff like, why didn't you do that to yourself? In other words, I wasn't misreading what I was seeing. Other people on X knew that was a video of somebody who had unalived themselves. That's what she posted on her X account. I got screenshots of it. Now, was that X account real? Or did some nefarious actor, therapist, agent, operator of chaos start that account and put that stuff in there? But I'm just shocked. I watched, how I'm sure you guys do the same thing I do. You go look at what other creators think about what they're seeing and what they're reporting, right? Is this the first time you've heard what I'm saying? What was on her X account? A person unaliving themselves? But the way it's edited, if you don't look at the video closely, you won't see what I was describing, which was fluid coming out of the top of the head. And that was not staged. That was not staged. Has anyone in the chats heard of what I'm describing, reporting to you that I saw with my own eyes? And I have a copy of the video. That she had a picture of somebody offing themselves, a young man. That's right, Angela. I grew up with him myself. Have you heard about it? Is what I'm saying. If the X account is still up and you go to it, no, it's not CGI, Karen. I unfortunately have seen too many violent videos. It's just the way the world turns. And no, this was real. Let me see. If it's still up, if you're on X, let me see if I can find it. I had a lot of other stuff we can go over tomorrow. You know what? She's what she has on her shirt is supposed to spell something. She's got two different pictures of herself. You all will see it anywhere on YouTube. You'll see pictures of her taking a selfie with the same shirt on. One, she's got her hair down, and the other one, she's got her hair tied back, showing earrings. And she has a shirt on that is weirdly constructed as far as the letters go. And the letters I see are KMEDM in like a oblong global red globe shape. KME, or it might be a F, KMFDM. Don't laugh at me. Maybe that means something that everybody knows, but I don't know. What is K? What did I say? KMFDM. Is it something foul, abbreviation for some foul language? I don't know. Does anybody know what those KMFDM stand for? So anyway, I've got that picture of her side by side. And I'll give you the name. It says, "Hey man, I don't have a lot of time, so I'll get right down to it. I'm going to be DEAD in the next hour or two max." And then it rolls over to the person in a helmet and a long black overcoat and black boots carrying a sword. And the name on the account is Postal Brained, all one word. Postal Brained. At Postal Brained. And the video of the kid falling behind the barrel after they unalive themselves is 2 days ago. The one with the kid walking down the hallways with the sword was 7 days ago. Yeah, it's reversed like a mirror. I'm reading it backwards, television shows. You will see it on the thumbnails where you see pictures of her taking a selfie with a green phone. Looks like it's maybe kind of camouflaged. And the barrel, there's two barrels in the video 2 days ago where the kid took his own life. And one of them you can see PATH. I can't tell the rest of it on the barrels. They're drums. Like it looks like it's being taken in a big garage or warehouse. But I'm going to end my video soon, but I want to tell you, if you want to see if it's still up on X, it's not gross. because the guy who was commenting on the X account didn't even realize what he was watching. I checked the video before I copied it. I said, that kid put one through the top of his head. And if you look closely after he hits the ground, you will see a growing amount of fluid. And it is not staged. You'll see him slowly start to roll. He doesn't roll, but he slowly moves. If it's an acting job, no. It's too subtle. It's too natural for someone who has done that to themselves. So it's at postal, like you go to the post office, POSTAL, brained, BRAINED. That's the X account. And there's only, I believe, 4 posts on the entire account. Says, God forbid they know I'm human. And the picture that they use, you know how you have a picture on top of your X account, is a burning church. It's not active. Okay, I think I can get away with playing it, or I can upload it to my X account. There's a band named KMFDM. See above for meaning. German. Kein Mehrheit für die Mitleid. No pity for the majority. Huh. KMFDM. Kein Mehrheit für die Mitleid. No pity for the majority. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from, Karen? I've never heard of that. So the X account's been taken down. Yeah, Dub. If you look at it, you don't even realize what you're looking at. It looks like a play. It looks like a play happening. Like I said, I watched more than one creator who had visited the site and didn't even mention it beyond just a passing. And I was saying, my God, can't you see? So anyway, all the other stories that have been going on today, we can talk about in future broadcasts. She made one post that said simply, mindful magic. And she was the only person I saw she communicated with was somebody called Alexander, spelled at ALEXXNDXR. And I went to that page, and it looked like some kind of weird writing, like Hindu or some Oriental, I don't know what it was. And all the posts were private. So it's hard to say. There it is, Alexander. I got a screenshot. No, it's just squiggly marks and dots and stars. And it's a picture of what it looks like people in hazmat outfits or special ops outfits running around. I don't think I could get away with playing that video on YouTube now that it's been described. I think it'll be blocked. It's not gory. It's not gory. It takes you a minute to realize what you're watching. And it has been snipped. The part where he actually does it to himself has been cut out. It's hard to really have it register in your mind what you're seeing. Justin Trudeau is on the urge of resigning amid political tensions. He won't even get to be the governor once his finance minister resigned. She's the finance minister that froze the truckers' money. But anyway, folks, at least I don't. Maybe we'll hear some other creator talk about it, but I am not fooling around. I know what I. If she only posted 4 things, and one of them was 2 words, and these short video clips, I know daggone good and well what I've seen. Plus, I got proof of it in my phone, and I can't believe that nobody else picked up on it. It was 2 days before she actually did the act. She posted that. All right, folks. It's sad. It's horrible. I don't want to see any person go down that road of taking their own life, and worse yet, the lives of innocent people. I don't like anybody growing up living in a nightmare horror of mental illness. And I do believe what we've been ingesting as far as food and medicine, what our kids have been exposed to as far as psychological influences, have changed drastically over the past 50 years and is contributing to these horrific acts. And young people living in that type of distress. This was distress. This was somebody going through a nightmarish mental experience. Greg says MNAGA. No, I think it says FA. You guys will see plenty of pictures of it. If not, I'll have it in one of my future picture shows. I might do one over the weekend or something. So anyway, I appreciate it if you all give me a thumbs up. Not much report on Buy Me a Coffee this week, but I have a link in the description for Buy Me a Coffee if you want to help support the channel. Again, I'm not monetized, nor do I get any viewer supported. Viewer supported is the only way I roll. So anyway, everybody that's helped out with Buy Me a Coffee, I do appreciate very much. And I'll be broadcasting probably again Wednesday. Wait a minute, Tuesdays I don't usually broadcast unless something big happens. If something big happens, I will broadcast. If not, I'll see you Wednesday. But if you're subscribed and hit the notification bell, you'll know if I say, oh my gosh, I'm going live. You'll get a notification and you can join in. So again, thank you for spending your precious time with me. I hope you all have a great evening. Pray for all involved. And our young people are going through things that we never would have dreamed of going through. Psychologically, physically, and let's hope for a turnaround in our society. So you all have a great night. I'll be seeing you soon. This is Mountain Man, over and out.